Welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2022 online, everyone. My name is Atishri, and it's so good to have you here with us. I see all 90,000 of you are staying hype and ready for more. And good news, my little sponges. It's time for Deltarune Chapter 2 with Shay. Let's go!
Why, hello there, everybody. I hope you are all very excited to play Deltarune Chapter 2, because this is an absolutely wild speedrun. I hope you guys are ready for a lot of fun stuff. But the first thing we need to discuss is actually before we start time. Now, you might notice, streamer, you're in Japanese. What's up with that? So I'm going to let the legend play out in its entirety in Japanese without actually progressing any text, and that is going to actually do RNG manipulation for when we create our save file for the run, so that we get the best head for the flame machine, or for the thrash machine, excuse me, the flame head for the thrash machine, not the flame machine. The head that you get determines what special attack you can do in the final boss fight against Giga Queen, and we want the flame head because it's the fastest, but because we're starting from Chapter 2 and not Chapter 1, we can't manually select it ourselves. So we need to make sure that we do this RNG manipulation, which is thankfully possible by letting a certain amount of characters play out on the title screen. And it just so happens that if you just AFK on the title screen in Japanese, it'll just work. It's really cool. Now, there are actual setups you can do for this, but I didn't want to risk anything in the middle of a high-profile marathon that you guys donated $500,000 to see. That's a crazy amount, by the way. Absolute shout out to everybody who donated for getting this run to happen. All of your support, absolutely incredible. It is really something else what everybody can do when we all come together like this to kick cancer's censored. Can't say that word on TV.
Hyperlink blocked.
Yeah. So as the legend comes up to a close here, this game is pretty wild. There's a ton of glitches, way more than Chapter 1. Chapter 1 had like nothing. It had an incredibly niche tech that didn't even get used in the speedruns. Chapter 2, by comparison, I mean, woo, there's a lot of things to talk about in this game. I mean, wrong warping, that's there. Crazy skips, that's there. Overflows, item manipulation, all there. All accounted for. It's absolutely wild. And if you think it's crazy what we're about to do in main route, you should donate to see the Snowgrave route, because it's even wilder what we pull off in that route. All right, so I quickly do have to return back to the chapter select screen, or else the RNG minute doesn't work. And now we're good. Now we're locked in. So any files I generate here will have the flame head. So we're going to switch back to English now so you all can see these nice save file names I've created for all of you. We're going to delete this one because we're running on slot 1. All right, and time will start when I hit enter on the name. So let me just think of a funny name. Let's just name it like Cromer. Like all that Cromer you should be donating to get to the Snowgrave run.
Yeah,
all
we
right.
got about 109,000 more Cromer to get that done.
109,000? I think we can do it by the end of the run, can't we, guys? All right. So time will start here when I click enter on confirming my name. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this game's absolutely wild. We're gonna start off in the bed, getting woken up by Toriel, who is like faking us out. And then she's all like, bro, you ate the pie. What on earth, Chris? And Chris is just they're just gonna be like, oh, my bad. Since this is New Game Plus, we can just go back and sleep in the bed. And this brings us immediately into the first glitch of the run. Wrong warps. So in Deltarune, certain screen transitions will change your global.interact value to a specific amount if you do not enter the screen through a regular screen transition. So, for instance, being warped to a location via a cutscene like the bed there will give us something called wrong warp state, which allows us to wrong warp by frame perfectly walking out of a screen transition and the moment we enter it. And you can chain these from room to room. And loading save points gives us wrong warp state always, because you're not entering the room through normal means. So it's a little crazy. So before anything else, though, we do need to get these wear wires out of the way. So we're just going to quickly dispose of them with a little bit of good old 1-2 combat action. Try to graze as much as we can. So grazing is really important in this game because when you graze, it actually reduces the length of an attack. Proportional to how much you graze. You're going to be seeing a lot more of this later. It becomes a lot more important. But grazing is basically the bread and butter of all battles. So battles get pretty risky as we do a lot of really cool strats to stay as close to projectiles as possible when we need to. Certain attacks aren't affected by this, but certain ones are. So, and now Ralsei is going to join us, and we're going to go ahead and slide down the slippy slide. You know, dodge these little music projectiles that are perfectly synced up to the music. In fact, they're so synced up to the music that if you change the music file, they become incredibly broken because the music sync doesn't work anymore. And it's so broken, in fact, that it's banned from speedruns. So you can never mod out this particular track. Any other music track? Good to go. But this one, nope. But I mean, why would you? This track is incredible. It's a certified Toby Fox banger, as always.
Chat, please give us all your best jam emotes. Now is the time.
I mean, Toby Fox. Speaking of which, he donated earlier. I know he's watching this. Toby, you're an incredibly talented writer. In your music writing, man, it's something else entirely. Some of my favorite pieces of music I've ever listened to. They've stuck with me for a long time now, and you just keep pumping out bangers. Shoutouts to Toby and the entire dev team who worked on this game, honestly. It's incredible. I really had a blast playing through this chapter casually. So here we're going to
powering through things. We are now 100,000 Chromer away from our $3 million incentive. We just cleared $10,000 in the last couple of minutes.
10,000? That's over 9,000. That's crazy. That's absolutely wild. 10,000. That's a big shot number. So we have to beat Queen at a Punch Out. You know Punch Out, right, guys? All you GDQ enthusiasts must love Punch Out. And, you know, so far, other than the wrong warp thing, everything seems to be working pretty well. And actually, with wrong warps, I want to note something. Wrong warps were actually patched out, but the dev team did one of the most giga-chad things I've ever seen in my entire life and made it so that if you're holding the run and auto mash buttons, they're not patched out. They're only patched out if you're not holding those buttons, which is so cool that they met a compromise between making sure it doesn't happen to casual players on accident and letting us speedrunners still have the tech. I mean, that's absolutely incredible move from them. So we're gonna get hit by the, never mind. Forget I said anything. Yeah, everything went completely as I intended there. I don't know what you're talking about. Gonna end off the fight with 70, so not quite a nice score, but.
Sorry, turns out you're too good at video games.
Yeah, my bad. I'm gonna select the left option, Bosom, because it's faster. Don't ask what it means, and I'm gonna save real quickly. So before we get to the DJs, there's one little thing we need to do here, and that's actually get crushed by 400 bagels. I think it's really funny, so I just wanted to show it.
Chat, here it comes.
It's a pretty funny cutscene. Oh yeah, and it also lets us skip half the game. So now we're in the mansion. So you know Noel, the city, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't need any of that.
Chat, there it went.
So that was discovered just a week ago, and it saves 20 minutes. It literally removes the entirety of city from the speedrun, and it removes the DJs. So we need to respect the pottery. I can't believe I'm going for this.
Pottery strategy.
Oh, God. Okay, we can do this. Oh, Ubercat's so mad at me right now. We practiced this for so long. It's okay. That strat is extremely hard, but I promised the Deltarune community that I would attempt to go for it. It's a huge reset point for like literally every runner, even top runners. It's an incredibly difficult strat to do fast, so. Thankfully,
I'm going to take this opportunity to read some donations.
Yeah, go for it. We can get like 2 in there.
We got a member of your community who donates $250 anonymously with no comment, but thank you so much for your amazing generosity.
Yeah, thanks for the $200.
We got $100 from Blue Drake, who says, Parker, you need to get to 3 million donate. Wait, why am I asking you? You're broke. Chat, let's get to 3 million. I'm doing my part. Are you doing yours? Would you like to know more? Thank you so much, Blue Drake.
So by answering the correct questions, the task manager there, which I already know the answers, but don't tell anybody. We are able to instantly spare her and just get out of that fight immediately. We got to ride these teacups up here, but these teacups, I mean, these are easy. The real teacups are ones you're not going to see because I am literally not going to them because they're too scary. They're just too hard for me. Hardest part of the game, honestly. So this little thing here is going to spin around, but they always actually shuffle in the same way, which is kind of cool, depending on where the key spawns. So we're going to run up to the left here, interact with this sign here in order to open a shortcut for later, and we are going to encounter the Devourer of Gods themselves, the mouse wheel enemy, the absolute destroyer of worlds, arch enemy of all speedrunners.
First of their name, spinner of wheels,
Ooh,
destroyer
that was really good.
of runs.
Ooh, 62, that's really good. So, we need to catch as many mice as possible. The optimal turns are 2 turns, 2 uses of catch X. That was really good. Wow. Wow. 62 and 68, that's what? 130? Jeez, that's really good. 2 plus 2, 4, quick maths. But, yeah, that part is absolutely brutal because the pattern that mouse wheel gives you is total RNG and you can just get so screwed out of a good pattern and just, you can't do anything. So in this room, we need to interact with these tray tables 3 times and this will cause them to reset. After they reset once, we can go get Toby. Shout outs to Toby Fox, he's chilling back here, annoying dog. And we're gonna ride him and knock over all these little things. So we need to hit, I believe the number is 42. After hitting 42 of these, I think it's 42. It's 40 something, but the key will spawn after that. And after taking the ride up here, we get to see one of my favorite glitches in the game. So the Swatchlings really don't like it when you interact with their pots and they simply stop existing. Like they really don't like it when you interact with their pots. They just pop out of existence. Obviously, it's one of the most broken things in Deltarune. You know, clicking the Z button 1 time, it's insanely broken, super hard to do. I don't know how anybody possibly found that by accident. I mean, it's just wild.
Hey, speaking of broken, do we have time for a quick donation?
Of course.
We have $40 from one Fred Wood, who says, Deltarune Chapter 2 is the first game I worked on that got into GDQ, and on my birthday, no less. Raising 3 mil to stop cancer, that fills me with determination.
Yeah, shout out to Fred.
Remember the discussion earlier about the developer that we talked with on Twitter?
That was Fred Wood. Yep.
Hashtag sorry, Fred.
Sorry for lying to you, Fred. I said I wouldn't break the game. I lied.
Just
he said, you know, like a liar.
We are over $2.9 million and flying. We are almost to 2.91.
I believe in it.
Fantastic work, chat.
Send in all the Cromer Twitch chat. I believe in you.
Delicious Cromer.
So now we're taking the the swan, not the raft. That's the wrong 16-bit indie game. My bad. Basil Amori is not here with us. Anyway, we need to graze by these houses because it will actually give us TP in the next fight that we have, which is super useful. Also, I'm sure everybody is probably very remiss and upset and angry at me that we skipped Chris getting the banana. So it's okay. There's a second banana here for us to get instead. It's okay. We're still getting our daily dose of potassium. It's good for you, chat. And it helps you, it helps your bodily functions. It's probably the best way to word it.
This section of the run brought to you by potassium.
Yeah. So by grazing 6, or at least 6 of those houses, we'll have enough to, what the heck? We'll have enough to use a certain action in the next fight. So if you were ever wondering what the point of those houses are, it actually does do something. So now we're gonna blast through one of my lesser parts of the run, but honestly a really calming part. We gotta interact with these houses. So a little thing is that if Ralse is standing on one of the platforms that you want to sink back into the acid, they will actually get, both Chris and Ralse will actually get teleported, which can sometimes be good and sometimes not be good. Anyway, the solution to this puzzle is 2 mouse, 1 mouse. That doesn't make any sense. So the actual solution to the puzzle is the second house, the switch, then the first house, and then the switch again. 2 mouse, 1 mouse is a dumb joke because I kept asking my chat when I was learning how to speedrun this game what the solution was, and they didn't make any sense. They were just like, streamer, 2 mouse, 1 mouse. I'm like, what does that mean, chat? And they wouldn't tell me. So now we're gonna take the raft. Oh, I barely have any water left in this. Whatever.
Hydration, it's fundamental.
It is important. So we're just going to mash through these choices real quick. And now we get the most important fight in the run. I'm being very serious when I say that. The one. The only.
I mean, it has ended a couple of your runs recently.
Chips ahoy at land lovers! I am the mighty Ruthcon! Okay, I'm not going to do that.
It is he.
Anyway, you'll notice he has the flame head because of the manip we did. And we're just going to go ahead and take houses straight to box him in as fast as possible. We did get a good pattern, which is nice. So we're just going to box him in as fast as possible and end the fight. So the pattern he does with his houses can make it so that you either get a fast 2-turn where he doesn't even get to move again, a regular 2-turn, which is what I got there, or you can get really unlucky and get a 3-turn. And, you know, sometimes God just hates you. It's just not much you could really do about that. Truth is, kid, the game was rigged from the start. Anyway, now you know me, I'm an avid Undertale runner, and under no circumstances would I ever hug the goat. Oh, crap, I hugged the goat. Whoops, my bad, guys. Slip of the finger.
Aww.
I'll do it just this once. I literally never do that on my stream, so I'm giving you all this just this one time. It's a special occasion, you know? Anyway, we're coming up to the absolutely most important skip of the run, holding right here during these choicers. It's called Lesbian Skip because it skips the cutscene where Susie and Noelle have a moment. Sorry, guys. Noelle doesn't even show up in this run, I'm sorry. Anyway, before proceeding to Queen, we are extremely under-equipped, so we're just gonna quickly make a backtrack to buy weapons. Now that these shortcuts are open and the door is accessible again because our plot flag has actually progressed enough, we can go ahead and buy some equipment from the shop using the money we pilfered from Mouse Wheel and Task Manager.
Speaking of money, 2,912,000 and climbing. Fantastic work, chat, including people like Snake 8head, who donates $50 and says, "Colonel, that's not just GDQ, it's Metal Gear."
Oh,
Be ready
gosh.
for that run just a little bit.
Okay, we're doing this. Let's go.
Hello, where, wire? Daltanian donates $200 and says,
This was not part of the plan.
Here we come.
It's okay, I'll just dodge like a
It's all
boss.
part of the plan. Just make good dodges. You got this.
No, this was intentional, guys. I just wanted to show off the hardest regular enemy in the entire game.
Stealthy Dragon sends in $50 and says, "I don't want excuses. I want pictures of cute goats on my screen."
I love these J.K. Simmons impressions are great. But honestly, guys, they're not quite my tempo. Okay, we should be able to pacify it now. Hopefully. Oh! Woo! Okay. Get him out of here. All right, later. Okay, I'm actually going to go heal because Ralse is on death's door, and I don't want to accidentally die to Queen. That would be really bad, so I'm going to take a quick time loss.
nothing bad can happen to our best boy.
Yeah,
Please.
Ralse cannot be allowed to
take it.
perish. Ralse cannot be allowed to perish. I'm pretty sure where wire despawns, so okay. I just had to be sure. I've never actually had that happen to me before. Honestly, I'm glad I got through that encounter only getting hit twice. That enemy has some... it goes kind of like Super Saiyan 3 all over you and just kind of dunks on you with crazy fast patterns. All right, so the Queen fight. The best part of the run, TM. Mostly just because we get to hear this absolute banger of a track. The one and only Attack of the Killer Queen, which was worked on by Toby Fox as well as Elena Rain and one other person whose name is escaping my mind. I am so sorry. But this is my favorite track from this chapter, and it is so good. So we're just going to do some regular attacks. Then she's going to put up her shield on turn 3 here. Now the shield can be broken with a strong enough attack, so we're going to use Susie's Rude Buster to our advantage.
Well, we have a second here. That third person you were thinking of, that's Marcy Neighbors.
Thank you.
Marcy.
So something kind of cool about skipping DJs using the door warp is that we never get the action commands for Susie and Ralsei. Now, that might sound bad, but it's not that big of a deal because it actually lets us menu faster here, so it's very convenient. However, it is a little bit more of a problem in the Snowgrave category, and I'll explain that later.
Yeah, we'll get there when we get there.
Wait a minute, we don't Red Buster this. What am I doing? Bro, I'm doing old strats. That's okay. Yeah, unfortunately, with a Red Buster and a Ralsei crit, we're just short of breaking the barrier. If we had Ralsei's Ragger 2 weapon, which we used to pick up because it was on the way, we would actually be able to break that in one hit. But, we skipped it. The price you pay for going fast. Okay, don't hit me, please. Okay, I think this should kill. We're just short. Okay, that's okay. We'll have some extra turns. Why not? Get to hear more of the music.
Extra turns? Sounds like time for more donations.
Absolutely.
The Worst Elf donates $250 with no comment. Thank you so much, Worst Elf.
Yeah, Worst Elf's a big supporter of mine. Thank you so much, friend.
Slowpoke sends in $79 and says, in honor of Pokemon Crystal, donating $79 for my favorite Dex number. Let's hit that $1 million, everyone. Thank you, Slowpoke. And an anonymous donation for $50 that says, it's been a rough couple of years, but this wonderful community has been a light in these dark times. I miss all my speedrunning friends terribly, but I know the day will come again when we'll all be together again. Until then, may the power of speedruns shine within you and stay determined.
Oh, that's sweet.
My apologies. That is from Rizu-kun. Thank you, Rizu.
How much health does she have left? 4 HP? All right, we can probably just pop. All right. Goodbye, Queen. It was nice. I'm definitely not playing worse to delay the schedule to give us more time to hit the Snowgrave incentive. That would be ridiculous to accuse me of doing that. I mean, it's just absolutely ludicrous. Anyway, Birdly is going to break free of Queen's control on his own, using his own strength and character development, which we skipped all of, by the way. So, yeah, that's a thing. And unfortunately, he does lose his arm. Or at least it gets injured. He doesn't lose it. I mean, it's not J.J. Abrams, but like he does. So it's not a star.
If you like Birdly, sorry about this. If you don't like Birdly, well, we don't know who he is. So
we don't even know who he is. He just showed up randomly. All right, so now we've got the most important fight of the run, the Giga Queen fight. So Queen here gives us a little plot exposition where she's all like, any of the Lighteners can make a fountain, and the fountains are great because you can do whatever you want with them. And I'm trying to use Noelle to make a fountain, except we haven't seen Noelle in forever. Oh, there she is. Anyway, we're having none of that because she's kind of in trouble and she needs our help. But Queen is going to hop into her conspicuously hidden giant robot that is actually in the mansion the entire time, which is a super cool little touch. You can actually see the feet and the chest of this thing while you're climbing up, which is super cool. Great little attention to detail there. Anyway, we're going to assume our super power formation, like we're playing Sonic Heroes here, get into the flying formation, and unfortunately, it's not very good. And we're just going to fall down. But Birdly is going to rescue us with all of our recruits. Look at all of them. All like 3 of them.
doesn't matter. Still powerful.
It's still powerful enough.
Chat, it is time for the Giga Queen fight. Send us all of your energy. Send us all of your chromer. We will carry it with you across this fight.
Absolutely. So the amount of recruits you have determines the HP of the machine. The attack of the machine is determined directly by Chris's attack stat. So the Giga Queen fight, we need to graze pretty much everything she throws at us while also not getting hit, hopefully. Because if we don't get hit, she will do like a super rage aura in phase 3. That will increase her speed significantly, but it will also make it so that she takes like double damage. Anyway, here you guys like punch out. Anyway, we're gonna leave her with just a little bit HP there intentionally, defend here, and then punch her immediately to skip her baseball attack, which is slow. Then in phase 2, we're gonna open things off with a flame mode, putting that best head RNG minute to work to do a staggering 405 damage. For kicks, the optimal way to dodge is down. You get the You get the most time to dodge. And still graze. Gonna try to hit a crit here. Succeed, of course. Okay, she faked me out there. All right, cool. So now we're gonna hope that she gives us ducks. So she's gonna do moves where she comes in from the background, and we're gonna hope that she's ducking because that lets us graze super easily for more TP here. 2, 3. Oh. We're 1 TP short, unfortunate. Oh, 49. That's thematically appropriate. So if I was at 50 there, I could have ended the fight immediately with another flame mode, but unfortunately we were just 1 TP short.
Speaking of magic numbers,
We're gonna overkill it.
Craps donates $7.27 and says, "Hey Shay, good luck on the run.
Start it.
This Cromer is going to a good cause. Much love, Shay."
Yeah, thank you. So getting hit during this attack is important because otherwise she'll stand there after the attack is done and laugh at you and be like, "Ho ho ho, you can't hit me, ho ho!" And you can totally hit her, except that just wastes time, so we just take the damage. Because, I mean, she's already done at that point. Anyway, she has one final advantage over us, detachable hands. And she's gonna cut us in half.
I'd say I wish I had detachable hands, but I really wouldn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a pleasurable experience. I mean, what happens if you detach both of them? How do you get them back on?
Very carefully.
What, do you use your feet?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know, I guess I'll ask Metaton. I know he has experience with that.
That's a good call.
So anyway, Queen runs out of power here. And now Birdley's gonna walk in and be all like, hey guys, hypothetically, let's say, just for the sake of the argument, that Queen had a point and we can open up a fountain. Let me do that right now. And Ralsei, the voice of reason, is gonna be like, no, absolutely not. And now he's going to explain to us in a very long, unskippable cutscene why opening fountains is a bad idea. And I mean,
that's all well and good, Shay, but who the heck is Birdley?
I don't know. Who is this guy?
Interesting. What
He looks like Falco.
got in your head?
Also, yeah, you can go ahead and do some donations. This is just an unskippable cutscene. Toby, please make this skippable.
Well, while Toby gets to work on that, I'll get to work on some donations. Shay, you tell me when to stop. The Sound Defense sends in $2,022. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer last summer. She had no family history and no risk factors. Thankfully, we caught it early, and with aggressive treatment, she was declared cancer-free months after her initial diagnosis. Early detection allowed her story to be an inspiration instead of a tragedy. Everyone, take care of your health and get yourself checked where appropriate. Never assume it can't happen to you, because it can. I'm forever thankful that I will get to spend many more years with the best mom in the world. This one's for you.
Aw, that's sweet.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Sound Defense.
To speak up for a moment, I didn't mean to laugh at that donation. I was laughing at the chat reaction to the voice I did for Birdley. Where are we at with the donation total?
We are at $2,920,000, $2,920,000, $2,921,000. There we go. I actually got a right number for once.
Enhance Cromer.
Tastes good. Chat,
all right.
Keep it up.
The cutscene is finally over. So you know how the game rewards us for finishing a cutscene? With more cutscenes!
Hey, my favorite thing.
And this is why the roaring cutscene being skippable would be really nice, because you go from cutscene to cutscene to cutscene here with not much player involvement. And it's a big moment for the story. You know, all 5 of the characters are reunited. You know, Birdley and Noelle, who didn't show up in this run literally at all.
Yep, but we've got plenty of involvement from chat.
Yeah, chat's going wild. I have them open on my other monitor. I'm peeping at them. Stay lovely, chat. I hope you're all having a wonderful night. Take care of yourselves.
Jim B sends in $500 and says, I want to watch what happens when you run a route I don't know.
Yeah.
See what we can do for you, Jim. Thank you for your generosity to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Liam Edwards sends in $50 and says, Hi GDQ, here's a donation in honor of the hard work my friends at 8-4 have done on Undertale and Deltarune games over the years. Especially big shout out to my friend Sarah for her incredible work. Love them, love GDQ. Let's kick cancer.
For those who don't know, 8-4 is the studio who handled localization for both Undertale and Deltarune to Japanese. They did an incredible job. The Japanese script is really, really good. Yeah, they did a really good job doing that. Shout outs to all of them.
There are amazing stories about just how clever the translation.
Yeah, the translations are so clever. Like the jokes had to be completely rewritten to make sense. So they're completely separate, but they keep the spirit of the joke. Like the one I think of is that Queen in English speaks with the first letter of all of her words capitalized. In Japanese, to keep that joke alive, she speaks in HTML font, which is hilarious.
That's perfect. I didn't even know that one.
Yeah.
I love it.
Even if those Undertale console ports have input issues, it's okay. And, oh my God, Sans!
It's the fun. What? Nope, never mind.
I just had to do that.
Well, I miss my funny skeleton man already.
So after having our little, 20 seconds of movement there, you know what we're going to get? More cutscenes.
More cutscenes, more donations. $100 from This Is For Chat, who says, Chat, you sustain me. This is for you. $25 from Ori Halkin, who says, my boyfriend and I have had this on nonstop all week. We look forward to it all year, and it's always wonderful memories and a sense of stability in these crazy times. Let's get that 3 million.
So kind of funny little thing here is that when you're sitting at the sink, you can press a button to make Chris shake. The thing is not only is this uncapped, but also when I say a button, I mean every button, like the entire keyboard, every single letter works. So the optimal thing to do is to just plant your face on the keyboard and roll it around a little bit. Okay, you can go back to the donations now.
That sound you hear, Chet, that is the sound of going fast.
Very important.
Heather's End sends in $200 and says, what a magnificent event week this has been, and it isn't over yet. Lots of love from the Tether's End crew to the staff, speedrunners, viewers, and cancer survivors everywhere. You're the real big shots. Thank you for such a fantastic and wholesome start to the new year. Be well and stay excellent. We'll do that, Tether's End. You do the same. Thank you so much. J2 Champ sends in $50 and says, incredible week. Well done by all runners, commentators, hosts, interviewers, tech organizers, and of course, the chat. Getting back to that $3 million mark from AGDQ2020 has gotten me emotional and missing my speed fam. Love you all. Thank you for all the amazing things you do. Time for more?
One more.
Alrighty. $500 from Justin Sizzes, who says, my sister fought cancer twice. 10 years ago, she had uterine cancer and was told she couldn't get pregnant again. Well, she beat that and had a kid to boot. 2 years ago, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and thanks to early detection, she was able to beat it without much fuss. This goes to the people fighting the good fight and the goal of $3 million.
It's a real fighter right there.
Don't ever give up. Thank you for sharing your story, Justin.
Incredible. Absolutely wonderful. I have lost an extended family member of my own to cancer in the past, and it's a terrible thing, and the people who can keep up that fight like that, you're incredible. And never forget that you aren't alone. So at the end of the run here, we do have 2 more choicers that we need to select. The dialogue isn't just hold down the mash button. Speaking of which, Deltarune has an auto mash button. Originally in Chapter 1, you had to get to the Dark World in a certain amount of time to be able to pick up an item called the Wrist Protector, which lets you auto mash. Deltarune Chapter 2 streamlines this and just gives you the auto masher immediately as a save file flag, which is very nice. I very much appreciate the auto masher, which might sound a little strange because, I'm Mr. Nimble Fingers, Shay, Undertale Mash Fast guy himself, but I really think it is awesome that this game is so easily accessible to new people because there's not, the skill lies elsewhere in the cool wrong warps and all the glitches and stuff. And as a result, this game has had, Chapter 2 particularly has had a really big, entrance into speedrunning, which is really awesome. I'm glad that so many people have picked up the game and are joining the community. Very awesome. So time comes up here on Toriel's final text box. And time. All right, that's Chapter 2 main route. A little bit faster than you might have thought. It's pretty quick nowadays.
GG, Mr. Streamer. Well done.
Yep, we do get to watch the credits here. So Chris wakes up in the middle of the night and says, no, we ain't doing this, and takes us, the soul, the player, us, since Chris is their own character and not a player surrogate. Read the dialogue. They're going to take us out and resume control of themselves, and they're going to walk around and do a couple of things. Doing something. Well, they're doing something for sure. I was going to say something sinister, but I have no idea. And they're just walking around. It seems they've learned instant transmission. Open the door.
Spoiler warnings?
Turn on the TV. Check on Susie.
No, Shay, seriously, spoiler warning.
And walk to the center, and they're going to... Oh, what are they doing with that knife? Wait. Ah, Chris, you hit a gas line. Look what you did. Oh my gosh, Chris. Look, there goes the carbon monoxide. Oh, didn't nobody ever teach you not to leave a car running in the garage? Come on, Chris, this is ridiculously irresponsible of you. Ah, jeez.
Well, this bodes ill. Find out more in Deltarune Chapter 3, coming whenever Toby feels like.
Coming in 998 years. Well, that's what Toby said, don't worry.
Oh, I see. You're quoting official sources.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I am so excited for Chapter 3, man. This game is going to be great. I know it is. Shout out to Toby Fox and all of the developers who've worked really hard on this game. And for not only working so hard on this game, but also being so cool as to give us this game, Chapter 2, for free, just because of how hard the last couple of years have been for everybody. Such a stand-up move, honestly. And here are all the developers right here in the credits.
Hi, Fred. Sorry, Fred.
Yeah, sorry I lied to you, Fred.
Oh, but speaking of amazing things, chat, we just crested $2,930,000 and we're flying.
Keep it
More
going.
than $1,000 since I said that.
Keep it going. Enhance Chromer. More Chromer. So we're just gonna let the credits roll out here to
Thank
the
you
end
so
here.
much for being a big shot, Jay. That was an amazing run. I've been watching those practice runs over the last week. I was there on the quote-unquote emergency stream where Shay said, hey, you all need to come here. You need to see this right the heck now. And then spent 6 hours straight streaming, routing out, figuring out just how broken that door glitch could be. Spoilers, it's very broken. Yeah. Shay is. I hear a voice in my ear that's telling me about the story, about how he neglected to eat and take care of himself. Please, chat. No matter how hype things get, always take care of yourself. While we're waiting for the next thing to happen, while we're waiting for the daily recap and further developments, we have so many donations coming in with love from all over the light world, all over the dark world. $500 from Huge Nerd 86 who says, I love these events. I haven't been able to watch as much this year as I would like, but I'm glad to donate to a good cause and looking forward to catching the VODs soon. Thanks so much to the GDQ staff and to the runners for putting on such a wonderful show. See ya this summer. Thank you, Huge Nerd 86. Euro Transient sends in $50 and says, thanks for an amazing week. Great job by everyone. I'm sad to see this year's AGDQ come to an end, but now it's time to look forward to the next one. This is one of my highlights of the year. Thank you for the work everyone at GDQ does and all the work the runners put into mastering their games. You bring real joy with this event and all for an amazing cause. Thank you. No, thank you, Euro Transient. And remember, we're not done just yet. We have our daily recap. We have Metal Gear Solid still to come. There is still time to win prizes. We have prizes open, everyone. Taking a look right here at the prizes that are open until the very end of the marathon, until the moment we call time on this whole shebang. There is a Sega Mega Prize Pack, an Autographed Celeste Physical Edition signed by the entire Extremely OK Games dev team, a Cyber City desk mat from Fangamer, a metallic Shine Sprite from Cute Monster Props, that Nintendo Switch from Sent himself, if I'm reading this properly, a Sculptor's Idol statue from Cute Monster Props, a Deltarune Queen Perler with detachable changeable faceplates from Rizukun, and so much more. Get over to gamesdonequick.com, look up those prizes, make your donations, send them to whichever ending you'd like to see for Metal Gear Solid, And just keep the love coming in, chat. Thank you so much for everything. The Worst Elf sends in another $250 and says, guys, please, I want to see Spampton. We are still rocketing towards that $3 million goal, chat. Don't say it's over until it's all over. Mega Man X306 sends in $50 and says, 306 here. Always glad to see this every year. Here's to celebrating my 7th year of remission this coming July. Also to my father, who's going to join me in the Kick Cancer's Butt Club for his battle as well. Thanks to early detection. Cheers to all the runners, everyone behind the scene, and the donors. Nathan sends in $75 to the Prevent Cancer Foundation and says, $3 million incoming! Thank you, Nathan, for doing your part. Flames of Azure sends in $100 and says, let's get that Snowgrave route. Come on, Twitch chat. I see you. I know how hype you are. Let's make it happen. Private Phoenix sends in $50 and says, thanks GDQ staff and runners for continuing to put this together every year. Love watching these amazing runs with my wife, and we're so close to breaking the $3 million mark again. Looking forward to see how far we can get by the end of the event, and good luck on the rest of the runs today. Anonymous sends in $250 and says, we've made closer goals, chat. We will never give up the fight. We know you've been enjoying them every day so far this event, chat, but we've got something extra special for you now. It is time for the Awesome Games Done Quick 2022 Online event recap. Bring it in, everyone.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction. That's going to make it sound like we're way more prepared than we actually are.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Jobs. I am joined by the ever lovely Scent, the ever wonderful Dark Man, and the ever just about ready to beat you in any video game ever, Sumi Chu. I didn't know where I was going with that.
That's not true. That's not true. I've never had a GDQ run in my entire life, and I never will.
How's everybody doing? How are we feeling about the event so far?
Good.
Good.
Pretty good.
Having a great time.
It's been pretty fun so far.
It has indeed. I have been absolutely loving this final day. I mean, my eyes were glued, especially during the last few runs. Like, we had Blindfolded Sekiro, we had Portal 2, we had Deltarune on top of that. Like, I just want more of it, you know? I just want as many. I wish we could go for like 3 more days.
Yeah, that's how I always feel personally. Like the first couple of days of the marathon, you think like, oh man, this is going forever. Like it's only Monday, and by this point on Saturday night, it's always like, oh, we're done already. Like, come on, there's more time, right?
Dude, all right, I have to ask all 3 of you, do you all have the same thing that I go through where on the first day, we think it's like Tuesday, on Sunday we think it's Tuesday, and then when it's Wednesday, from like Wednesday onward, we think it's Monday, and then when we're here on the final day, we're like, wait, didn't we just start?
I think Sumi said it best in her tweet that she put out earlier, where she's just like, you know, at this point, I'm just relying on the schedule to tell me what the day and time is. So that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, whenever something gets added or removed from the schedule, my sense of what day of the week it is changes drastically. I get so confused. But yeah, we were just here to kind of chat with all of you out there who've been watching and kind of talk about how the event went overall. It's been going pretty well.
Yeah,
it's been going pretty well.
Hobbs, we didn't make the incentive for Deltarune. That's a little bit of a bummer. But guess what? Everyone decided that we're really, really good at stalling. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit here and talk. And if we make 3 million before we all stop talking, then we're going to bring Shay back to do the run. How about that?
That's the bonus incentive. You get to hear us stop talking if you hit 3 million.
All right, so the name of the game is keep talking and everyone Deltarunes.
Yes. That's the plan. That's the master plan.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, we have Shay ready, you know, if we make it, but it depends on when, when we all shut up.
Yeah, so, hey, everybody out there, you don't know. We could stop talking at any time, so you really should get those donations. Oh, no, okay, we'll keep going. We'll keep going for later.
Don't make me poke you with the shark, Hobbs. Hobbs and I are gonna like keep looking to our left and right respectively, because if it's not obvious enough, we are very clearly about 5 feet away on the couch.
Shark distancing.
Well, thanks to Faulty and Uranium Anchor, we actually have a couple of stats, if you don't mind me sharing them.
Absolutely.
Donation stats. Yay! So we kind of looked and noticed that a lot of you at home really, really, really like one-word memes, and that includes stuff like iron and lamp and stuff like that. So we went and looked up the number of donation comments that came in based off of some key search terms, and people really, really like donation trains, because train was one of the top 100 terms with 1,237 donations.
Wow.
And when it comes to the runs themselves, it looks like Pokemon fans come out on top, because they had the most amount of donations with the word Pokemon in it, with 682. But Pokemon got beat out by Hype, because Hype had 770 donations with the
That's
word
an
Hype
unfair
in it.
fight.
Yeah. But Sumi, do we know how many people are fans of Bulbasaur and or Shenanasaur? I don't know.
Yes, we do. So while Pokemon itself had 682, that also includes what is likely to be the apology for Bulbasaur, because Bulbasaur itself had 488 instances of donations. So Pokemon was buffed by that. We had 300.
Sorry, go ahead, Sumi. No, go ahead,
No,
Sumi.
no.
I apologize.
No worries. So we have had a lot of donations that had the word greetings, and a lot of people would associate that with greetings from Germany. But apparently the greetings are also coming from other places, because Germany only had 167. But
Alas.
beating out the country of Germany is none other than our very own Spike Vegeta, because people have donated and listed his name in their comment 178 times.
What?
Spike is. Do not underestimate Spike, Hobbs. Spike is powerful.
That is
It's
awesome.
an interesting number. I like 78, by the way.
Darkman 78. And finally, last but not least, there are many diehard fans of the memes that have come up in GDQs, and Orb is one of our most long-standing ones. There aren't very many Orb appearances in this GDQ that I could think of, but Orb has still been mentioned 117 times, so people
Solid.
love their Orb.
Don't
They
mess
do.
with the classic.
Well, to check in real quick, I mean, we are already at 2,980,000, and I'm going to be a little bit behind as well, I believe. So, like,
Yeah.
that is absurd. Like, that is
Did that total
super
just
cool.
jump like $40,000?
I think it did.
It jumped.
I think people
In this census interview, yes, about 40 to 50,000.
I think people want to see the Deltarune incentive, which I mean I do too. Of course, we gotta see just more games. We were just talking about it earlier. Exactly, to extend as long as possible. But speaking of more games, I wanted to let everybody know real quick. We are coming towards the end of Awesome Games Done Quick 2022 online, and that is sad. We are all going to be having the GDQ blues for a little bit. However, if you didn't know that Games Done Quick actually does content all year long now. Like, we've been doing this for quite a while now. We have GDQ Hotfix, which is kind of the code word, the name for all of the content that we do in between the fantastic events like Awesome Games Done Quick, Summer Games Done Quick, Frost Fatales, Flame Fatales, all that good stuff. And we have shows that are either weekly or bi-weekly or monthly. We have recurring shows all the time. And tomorrow, in fact, we are going to have a showcase that is titled Intro to Hotfix. So that way, anybody who has not caught any of the GDQ Hotfix shows before, but still loves speedruns, if you want to check them out, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, you can tune in for some of the wonderful showrunners showcasing some various speedruns and talking about their shows. I think it's going to be a great time. I absolutely think everybody should tune in. But, you know, I'm also every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, so of course I do.
I was going to say, Hobbs, you're doing a run for that, aren't you?
I am not tomorrow, no. But on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, you can catch my show, The First Step, that I do with Keyzeron, classical meme buddy of mine, where we show everybody out there that actually, to get here at Awesome Games Done Quick and run on kind of the big stage, it's not as difficult as you think it might be to get started. So we try to show everybody just how easy it can be to take low effort routes to get into speedrunning, and it's a blast. We love doing it. And we have had a lot of people, including people who have run at GDQs since we started the show, tell us that they got into speedrunning from watching it. And that is like the biggest, most heartfelt thing that I can ever hear from somebody.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
That is really awesome.
It's fantastic.
That's awesome. Hotfix team works super, super hard all year round, and they actually do shows on holidays as well. Like, they sacrifice their holidays to do shows for everybody. So I hope that you all take the time to check it out.
I didn't have a Thanksgiving for 2 years in a row, so we finally took it off this year.
The unfortunate timing of a Thursday show.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody should tune in for that and everything. And
All right.
Go ahead, Subi. Go ahead.
One thing that I wanted to talk about is why we have Darkman here on
Yes.
the panel.
Oh, we definitely should.
Yeah.
So it's really quite unfortunate for us, but I guess fortunate for Darkman because he is escaping the nefarious grasp of GDQ, and this will be his last GDQ with us. So he will be leaving staff after this, and that is really sad for me. But I, at the same time, I think I can speak for everybody when I say that we're all really happy for you, and we hope the best for you. But Hobbs and Scent, can we do a Darkman interview?
I mean, I guess so. Sure.
Yeah, let's do it, Hobbs.
Okay. Sent, you got a question? You want me to go?
Yeah, why don't you kick it off?
Okay.
Hobbs?
Yeah. So my first question is, why did you hire me?
That's a good question.
I'm still trying to figure that one out myself. quite literally, I'm trying to like think of exactly what went down in my mind. I was just like, quite literally, I was like,
Darkman, I don't care. I'm sorry. We hit it. We got there.
We got there. 3 million, everyone.
That's incredible. Oh my God. Thank
That
you
is
all so
awesome.
much.
Yeah.
We are super excited to watch that Deltarune instead of now. And you know what? Why don't we just let people keep donating? Darkman.
okay.
No, seriously, please continue with your answer though, because why did you hire me? But I do thank you for it.
I mean, obviously, like we already had Spike on the team, so I knew you like in that regards. And like at one point, I was just like, I think like watching like either like something you commentated. I think it might have been like one of the RPG Limit Break runs that you did, and I was just like, he's pretty good. I might try to reach out to him one day if we need an interviewer. And that's pretty much it.
Cool.
I like that.
He's pretty good. Darkman, you've worn a lot of hats with GDQ over the years. You've been the lead of the interview team, the lead of the social media team. You brought panels to GDQ for the first time. You really started interviews in general. I think you had me do a prize segment way back in like 2014, 2015 for the first time. And you've been a member of the committee and led some subcommittees there, picking games for AGDQ and SGDQ. What has been your favorite role that you've had with the organization while you've been here?
Favorite role? Definitely anything that comes down to coming up with a meme. That's probably it. And that happens at basically all of those roles just mentioned. So it works out. But no, for real, I would definitely be remiss if I didn't say my favorite part of this whole thing, honestly, is just working with the social volunteers because they obviously take a lot of time out of their busy life to kind of help us out and keep the memes going strong. And we really, like, social in general would just not be where it is without them. So I definitely, like, it's every 6 months getting to see them, talk with them, hang out is just like always like a treat. So I would say that is definitely the favorite aspect of my job.
Huge shout outs to the social volunteers and all of our volunteers. And I mean, of course, your memes are going to be missed. There's no getting around that.
Yeah. And I feel the same way about the interview team. Some of which you hand selected are still interviewing for us, which is incredible. And they're just, everybody always asks like who came up with this bit in the pre-show or who like came up with this skit idea or something. And it's always a big collaborative effort. It's I love everybody on the team. Thank you all so much for all the hard work over time. And thank you for setting us up for success, Darkman, back in the day when you kind of showed me the ropes and everything.
Thank you. It's been a very wild journey. It's quite an interesting one for sure. There's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and all that good stuff. And honestly, for all the ups and downs that I've had, it's been truly a dream come true for me to work for GDQ. I am dearly, dearly gonna miss not only just working, being a part of GDQ, but hanging out with all of you, staff, of course. Y'all are not just staff. Y'all are not just my friends. Y'all are family to me. So it is really going to be sad that I no longer get to do that. Of course, I'm still going to be at events, still going to say hi. There's no way I'm going away. But at the same time, there's definitely a big part of me that is going when I leave, and I am sad about that. But alas, the future awaits.
Can I move the mask up to cover the tears? Because it's covering the lip quiver, so that's at least helping. But we're gonna miss you too, Darkman.
My question is actually not for Darkman because he's already answered it. But my question instead is for J Hobbs and Sent, and I want to know what your favorite Darkman memory is for all of GDQ.
I think I know immediately. I think it's the time where we had a pre-show. I do not remember which year it was, but we had a pre-show where
I already think I know what this answer is.
Where we wanted to have like social media questions in the pre-show, basically, and we were just like, "Hey, Darkman, are you down to just basically be the person submitting every social media question?" So he went. We didn't just like fake that, the social media question system. Darkman went and made like 8 new Twitter accounts. I remember this. That were all like Thaddeus Arkman 78 or like the Darkman 87.
A Darkman like 93 or something.
Yeah. He went and made
My favorite, and is actually technically still in use today because I need a testing account, is totally Anon 78. And now everybody's going to follow it, which is fine because I'm not going to work on social anymore. So
yeah, that's maybe my favorite memory because you were so down immediately, and it was just fun to get to poke fun at you from behind while you were behind the camera.
that was really fun. Do you remember the stare at the end?
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot for a second. Yeah. You're just like sitting off to the side of the camera, just staring at me. Yeah, yep. That was fun.
That was good.
What you said?
That was AGDQ18, by the way.
Yes.
Sent?
I don't think I have a favorite moment, but just sort of a favorite quirk that Darkman has always had, and that is Darkman is genuinely one of the most quick-witted people I have ever had the pleasure to meet. This man just constantly gets me with the absolute sickest burns all the time. We'll be having a casual conversation, and Darkman will say something, and I'll say something. Darkman will respond with a burn, and I'll just hang my head in shame and walk out of the room. It's happened at several GDQs. Just kind of sadly walk out of the stream room having been defeated. I am really gonna miss matching wits with you at events, Darkman, and just chilling behind the desk. It's always such a good time, and especially the three of us, Darkman, Sumi, and I, generally wind up staying until 3 or 4 a.m. the night before the show, getting stuff ready behind the scenes, and that's always a good time, and I think I'm gonna miss that as well.
Oh, I'm gonna miss that. Now it's just Sent and me, and we need a third person to like keep us in line,
Someone come suffer with us, please.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well,
I just didn't want to say, if you don't mind, real quick, Sent, that first of all, I don't know like why you think I'm quick-witted. I guess it's because like I always lived in the shadow of my brother who's like quicker than me, so I never thought I was quick-witted, but I guess I'll appreciate that comment. And second of all, I mean, it's just like you kind of toss it up and it's just like hard to ignore, like but for real, like said, it's been such a pleasure working with you, and I will very much miss all the memes that we accomplished together, and yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure and a thrill. So I will definitely miss working with you.
Thank you. Same to you, Darkman.
We're all gonna miss you, Darkman. I mean, as someone that helped bring you into social media in the first place, like social media is so much better off because of all the hard work that you put into it. We're definitely gonna miss you, but we still have some runs that we have to get to, including the Deltarune run, which has been met. Once again, thanks to all of the wonderful people who donated in the last 10, 12 minutes that we've been sitting here talking. So we are going to do that run. So stay tuned.
But before we do, Sumi, real quick, I did have a couple of prizes to talk about. We still have prizes. There are still reasons to donate, and we do still have goals to beat, because while we have hit $3 million raised for PCF, that is not our highest donation total raised yet. I believe that was about 3.2 million at AGDQ20, I want to say off the top of my head, which is probably completely wrong, but that's on brand for me. Sumi, be correct.
$3,164,002.06.
I think we could beat that in 2 runs.
You think we can get there,
I
Hobbs?
think we can get there.
I think we can get
think
there
so.
too. And you know what?
Wait,
I-
Twitch chat, type 1 if you think we can get there.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna destroy the Twitch chat first. I'm down for that.
I gotta get ready for this.
There are still a ton of great prizes that you can all donate in order to win. I'm just going to tell you, if you have not already gotten a $50 minimum donation in, you definitely want to. So many cool things. Hopefully I'm holding this up in relatively the right spot, as I cannot tell now, as our couch has been divided into 2 webcams.
too.
Here, I'll just hold it up in front of Hobbs. It'll be somewhere around here. We have a beautiful physical edition of Celeste from the Extremely OK Dev Team Games, signed by the dev team of Celeste. You know, you got Maddie Thorson, you got Noel Bear, you got all of the amazing devs there. We got a Nintendo Switch from Cent. You could win a Nintendo Switch. We have some lovely paintings here. We have handmade flowers made from silk and fabric, which is just that blows my mind. I do not understand how you do something like that with silk and fabric. We have an amazing prize pack from Sega, including a collector's edition of Shin Megami Tensei 5 and a Nahobino plush that you cannot get anywhere but directly from Sega, as well as a ton of other cool stuff, including digital codes for Lost Judgment as well as Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. We have lovely art prints from Rectech EXE. Hobbs is just handing me stuff around the set because there's so many cool prizes we have. We have, from an amazing anonymous donor, a full set of Gundam-themed Asus ROG gear here, including this keyboard with Cherry MX Blue keys. I just really like doing that. That is, I gotta get some blues at home. I'm enjoying the tactile feedback there, but you also get a lovely mouse pad and mouse and headset as well. And you know what, Hobbs? We even have one more additional prize.
Oh, do we now?
We do, and in
One
fact,
special
Richard
brand
is going to
name?
have to bring it to me because my headset does not have enough cable to get to
Okay.
it.
Oh, whoa.
But
Here we go. All right.
for a
Hold on.
$50 minimum donation from Games Done Quick, we've got a Nintendo Switch OLED model. Like, come on, it's an OLED model. That's pretty good, right? That's worth $50 minimum donation. But you probably need some games to play with that. So how about a copy of Ring Fit Adventure? You know, get back into shape. If you're someone like me who I'm going to go back to the gym. Eventually, I promise. Until then, Ring Fit Adventure. How about a copy of Ring Fit Adventure to go with it? But maybe a copy of a few more games as well. How about we got Breath of the Wild, we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We got a copy of Paper Mario and the Origami King. We got a copy of, you know what my favorite part about being stuck in a time loop is? I get to talk about Pokemon Let's Go Eevee again. We got Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. We got Super Mario Odyssey. It's the best hat-based game I've played in the last month. That is a high bar, I'm going to tell you right now. I play a lot of hat-based games. We've got Super
very
Smash
specific.
Brothers Brawl. Everyone is here, including Joker, who keeps stealing everyone's invitations. You got to stop doing
say
that, Joker.
Brawl?
Otherwise, we'd have Luigi's
think he
Mansion
did.
in Brawl. it's all the same Smash game to me, Duckman. You know my information is never incorrect.
The ultimate copy of Brawl.
We've got Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and we've got Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. We've got so many games I can't hold them in my lap. They all come with this Switch. I'm going to pass them over to Hobbs, I guess, so Hobbs can fan them out for me
That's great.
while I hold this LED Switch. $50 minimum donation from now until the end of the marathon.
supposed to
You
pay
got to
these?
get in a $50 singular donation to be eligible to win it. Make sure to get in $250 cumulatively for throughout the marathon, so you're entered into both of our amazing grand prizes as well. Twitch chat, we can do it. We can raise the most we have ever raised for charity before. I believe in all of you. I know, Hobbs, you believe in them too.
I do.
I think
I
we
feel
all
like
do.
that how do I hold this many lemons or whatever it is meme right now. Oh my God.
All right, everybody. We have a run that we have to get to, so we're gonna cut it short here, but hit that milestone, set some records. Let's see some Undertale.
Bye. Deltarune.
Man, it's so hard.
Thank you so much for that. Sent, J-Hobbs, Sumichu, and Darkman. That was a fun time, a special time, and a long time, but it was a good time. It is also my sincere, supreme pleasure to announce that Awesome Games Done Quick Online 2022 has raised over $3 million for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Thank you so much, everyone. You have done amazingly all week. We could not have done it without you. So many people got us over that number. Everyone from $5 trains to the Yeti, who sends in $20,000 and says, "Hey all, Yeti here. The magic of AGDQ is filling us with determination. Here is another $20,000, bringing the total to $110,000 for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. All of our donations come from your official merch orders. Thank you. We couldn't do it without your support. Let's get that $3 million and see more AGDQ. Let's go!" Thank you, Yeti. I hope we did you proud. It is time for the weird route for Deltarune Snowgrave. Let's go, Shay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Deltarune. So, we got our save file from the last run we did here. I'm gonna get rid of that. Don't need that. Let's do a little bit of, making some frozen chicken, how about? So, Deltarune is a game that came out in 2018, Chapter 1. It constantly belittled us, saying our choices didn't matter. You know, like a liar. In actuality, Chapter 2 has an alternate route called the Snowgrave route or the Weird route. Either name is fine. The Weird route is what the game calls it in the code. The Snowgrave route is what I called it. And since I made the first... since I made a video on it, I get to name it, right? That's how that works? Yeah. But yeah, I like the name Snowgrave route. It's pretty cool. So, congratulations to GDQ for smashing the 3 million mark. But we're just a little bit shy of the record. And you know me, I'm famous for breaking records. Now it's your time. Now it's your turn, Twitch chat. Can we break this record right now during this run? Just like I break every single world record I ever compete against, ever, because I'm perfect and flawless? All right, we're gonna go ahead and start the timer. In 3, 2, 1, go. So we don't need to do any RNG manipulation this time because there's no Giga Queen fight in this run. Thank goodness. No head manipulation. So good.
Wonder what we might have instead.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. So, remember the door overflow glitch? Yeah, it's a little bit wild. Now, you may have remembered, I made a specific comment earlier mentioning something about Susie and Ralsei's S and R action commands. I mentioned that it was really convenient for menuing in the main route, but something was up in Snowgrave route. Well, as it turns out, if you don't have N action, which is Noelle's action move, which is also unlocked by beating the DJs, you can't cast Snowgrave against Birdly. For some reason, it's only in that fight too. If you try to cast Snowgrave outside that battle, it works fine. Yep. But in that battle...
You get the spell, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but only in that battle, you need to have N action. So that Snowgrave is in slot 5 or else it doesn't work. Yeah. So because of that, we have to do some very intriguing routing surrounding the DJs. We still want to skip them. The problem is, if we beat the DJs, we can't use the door overflow glitch because we need to have a DJ. And if you beat them, obviously you can't use the 400 bagels text to do the overflow. So there was a niche interaction that existed in this game for a really long time that was a pain in runners' sides for a long time. If you got into the DJ fight, there'd be a cutscene that plays beforehand. And every time you die, that cutscene gets skipped on the next fight. If that cutscene gets skipped, your position doesn't get updated properly and you leave the room faster than normal. If you leave the room too quickly, the game won't update the story flag in time to mark the DJs as defeated, and they'll just respawn. This was really annoying until about a week ago, where we realized it's literally the only thing that makes this route work, and it's a miracle that it's in the game at all. So yeah, that certainly helped out. So for those of you who don't know what the Snowgrave route is, it is an alternative route involving Noel in the city segment, where you go out of your way to do a couple of things that are not so nice. You know, just psychologically manipulating Noel to kill multiple innocent people. Nothing wrong with that. Listen, it's just a little things like that. Except we're gonna use the door overflow glitch a little bit more heavily in this run. Let's just say that. But
this isn't just a door skip. This is an advanced.
This is advanced door skip. But before we get to that, we do have to run through the same little part, as always. Now, because of the DJs being in this run, it reintroduces the most hated part of this game by speedrunners, and that is DJ RNG. So in order for the DJ's fight to go as fast as possible, you want Chris to die. Because if Chris dies in that fight and one of the other party members stays alive, then the fight will automatically progress to the end, and it's very fast. The thing is that Chris, when at low HP, has a specific line of code written that re-rolls the damage targeting algorithm again. So it chooses between any of the targets at 1 and 3. So if like Susie, Chris, and Ralsei are all up, it will choose a random target 1 and 3. And if Chris is targeted while at low HP, it will re-roll again. So essentially Chris's odds become a 1 in 9 or a 1 in 4 if only 2 people are up. Which, is not ideal.
I think we call those suboptimal, or in more Deltarune-friendly terms. In more Deltarune terms, Chris, get the damage.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't paying attention. What just happened? Anyway, that was a very optimal Queen Punch-Out segment there.
I think I said get the damage, and we did. But.
I'm pretty sure I should forfeit my speedrunning license for getting a 66, but that's okay. So I am going to take a save here after unequipping some equipment from Chris, because we do want Chris to die in just one hit. So we're going to take off both of Chris's Amber cards, and we're going to save the game into slot 1, and we're going to reload. So remember wrong warping? Remember how I explained that at the very beginning of the run, never did it again? So, nobody saw that. That's okay. So wrong warping is pretty cool. I hear it's just kind of decent, as a matter of fact. So you get to see more of how it works here. It actually warps you to the default point of a room, which is room dependent. So we're gonna wrong warp twice over here. And remember, if I drop any of these, I have to restart. Like that. No problem though. I set the estimate to this to be very high, so it's okay. And just in case I, for some reason, can't get it to work, I have a backup save.
While Shay works, I'd like to take a little bit of time to thank the people who helped us get to and over $3 million, including Vulagin, who donated $2,500 and says, I miss you all. I miss friends. I miss GDQs. I miss the practice room. I miss the donation station. What I don't miss is the spirit, because it's alive and well, and I can still feel it even from here at home. It's the spirit to put in hard work to help others, even when there may be no direct benefit to ourselves. It's the spirit to use our own talents and accomplishments to uplift others. It's the spirit of GDQ, and it gives me hope. Please keep carrying that spirit with you.
I miss it too, man. Vula, thank you for the 2,500, man. That's crazy. So, you see that I wrong warped into this fight from the bottom. Now, I'm at low HP, enough to where I can use Dance X and intentionally wipe. Because like I said, we don't want to clear this fight normally. So we're actually going to take an intentional death here.
Hey, we got it. Nope. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, not yet.
I saw Chris go down and I thought we were there.
This go around. So we're going to do the exact same thing twice. And if I miss any of these wrong warps, it's just very sad, honestly. It's just really sad. It's just never fun. There is a cool backup strat I discovered though. Okay, cool, I didn't miss any of them. So now our position doesn't get updated. Keep note of where Chris is there. And now hopefully Chris will die. Please die, Chris. Chris, die. I beg of you, please. It's the only thing I've ever wanted you to do in my life. Chris, come on.
Hashtag Chris die? I
oh
don't
no,
like this.
Don't do this to me, no. It wouldn't be a marathon if Chris didn't die, right? All right, try it again. Run it back.
Once more again. With your indulgence,
And,
time for some donations.
So now you can see why the beginning of this category is it's slightly irritating. It's just a little bit, Chris just doesn't want to die sometimes.
You did say 1 and 9, and 1 and 9 works every time except the other 8.
Yeah, it becomes a 1 and 4 after Ralsei dies, and Ralsei is made out of paper, so... and we heal Susie here to get as much HP on her as possible. So now Chris will die
but
immediately.
Not a sturdy boy.
Yeah, like I said.
And we're in there.
The gift of prophecy. So yeah, if Chris falls in this battle, you get to move on instantly. And also, for those who don't know, the cutscene after, Chris stays dead in the cutscene. This was actually patched in a later patch. It didn't used to be like this. I guess somebody watched the speedruns and thought this was really funny. And it is really funny.
Look,
so we're gonna
he's
hold
just resting.
They're just resting, yeah. We're going to make sure we hold down and right to leave the room on the first frame. So that's going to give us S, R, and N actions. But the DJs are actually still alive. If I was to walk back up into that screen, I would have fought them again. Which is why I didn't go for the swag wrong warp strat that saves 6 seconds, because I'm not doing that in a marathon. You're insane. So now I'm going to go take a save. And so what was it that we were doing? Something about donations, money, was it? I think we should maybe do a little bit of that ourselves. And let's get some Chromer. Let's get a lot of Chromer. Oh, also, Rootbuster doesn't play in this encounter because if you do the thing with the DJs, the next battle doesn't play battle music properly. This gets fixed on the next encounter. It's just a little weird thing. So we're going to grind for some money. Now, you might be wondering, wait a minute, streamer, why are you grinding for money in Snowgrave? Don't you kill a bunch of things? Just wait. You'll see. You'll see when the magic happens. So in total, we need to get over 2,000 money. 2,000 Chromer. The actual amount we need is specifically 1997, which is somebody's favorite year. But,
It is. It's some donations from chat's favorite number, if I'm reading this right.
Ooh.
Spampton Neopet sends in $19.97 and says, I give you my generous donation for the price of my favorite year. Counting on you little sponges to shoot for the sky and get on the path to the big one. Thank you, Spampton Neopets.
Come on, chat. Let's break the record. Let's be a big shot. I want to see some big shot moves. You got any more donations? This is going to be a little bit.
No problem. $5 from Marcus McLeod to the Prevent Cancer Foundation and says, come on, I'm craving frozen chicken at half price.
All right, we're at 1,106, so we got 5 more to go.
$50 from Aki and Sen, who say, enhance Chromer.
I love
Ubercat
Chromer.
sends in $5 and says, good luck, big shot. You got this.
Thank you,
Snowgrave,
Uber.
get paid.
Hashtag Snowgrave get paid, baby. Let's go. Yo, for those who don't know, Ubercat is another top runner for this game. Super cool guy, great friend. Big shout outs to him for being incredibly supportive and also teaching me pop balance, even if I didn't get it. I'm sorry. Great guy, though. Thank you, man.
We also have $19.97 from Avum, who says, hey, Every, it's your favorite #1 rated salesman, 1997, Spampton G. Spampton. But he has fallen and cannot get up. All he needs is your credit card information and the 3 numbers on the back. If you want to be a big shot, give him all your hyperlink block. Thank you, Avum.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. I always love when people do Spampton riffs on like old commercials.
Yes, there are some real favorites out there.
Yeah, including one that I can't talk about on this stream because it's got a little vulgar language. But those who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Something Baltimore. Okay, we've got 2026 Chromer, so we're good to go now. And I don't think I got hit a single time during any of that. So I am going to take another save just in case I mess this part up. I don't think I will because I practiced it. But, you know, performance problems 1 in 5, man, you know. Anyway, we're going to do the door overflow glitch again, except we're going to do it a little bit cooler this time.
Chad, I'm going to officially advise you, as your friend, to hold on to your seats for this one.
So, we get to get infinite choicer overflows here, which you'll notice, wow, we got a thorn ring. I wonder what we got to do with that. Oh, and we got the egg too. The egg, that's pretty cool. And now we need to do the glitch one more time in order to warp to the trash zone to continue the run.
Wait, no. Chocolate, yes. Horrible. Little far-fetched. What are we doing?
Yeah, we have the egg. We just randomly get it. You can actually get unlimited amounts of eggs using that glitch. All right. So when we get into the trash zone here, we actually are invisible and can't move, and that's because the game plays the cutscene that's supposed to play after Birdly 1, where you fall down and Susie gets like injured and has a Sundar moment where she's all like, I don't need healing, and then she's all like, dang it, I need healing, and Ralsei heals her. Except,
Streamer, I regret to inform you that word is pronounced tsundere.
My bad. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I mispronounced a word.
Yeah, Birdly got you.
Actually, streamer, hypothetically, that's actually pronounced tsundere. Anyway, there's a lot of things happening off screen that we can't see, and now here we go. Also, Newbert.
Everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite. So, yeah, this game has a city area. I'm not sure if you knew that from my previous speedrun. This is a completely new area. I think it's like DLC or something.
Good soundtrack, though.
Ralsei and Susie leave Chris to go off to their own machinations. And by that, I mean we are going to make them do absolutely horrible and terrible things that you should never make anybody do. I'm also an expert at navigating traffic. I do live in Florida. I have to deal with the worst drivers on Earth, so I'm pretty good at it.
That makes two of us. Isn't it fun?
Slide right by this encounter. And, oh, hey, it's Noelle! Right, I forgot she was in this game.
I mean, she does seem precious.
And Queen hitting that perfect split. I mean, wow. That's incredible. It takes a lot of athleticism to do it. I can't do that. So, we're going to go over and walk to the left here. And this little Vera-Kun is going to be our little tutorial enemy. That's going to teach us how to use axe on enemy. Oh, never mind. We killed it. So now that we've murdered that Vero, we're going to put the thorn ring on Noelle immediately. And we're going to reload.
I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this.
And now we're going to do some wrong warps to go back through the city as fast as possible. Look how fast that was, chat. Insane. So we still do need to get the freeze ring item, which requires that we kill all of these enemies. That is a mandatory part of the progression for this route, except it's a little bit easier now that we're doing 513 damage per ice shock because the thorn ring is absolutely ludicrously busted. I mean, it's insane. Now, you might be wondering, wait a minute, streamer, you have the thorn ring. Can't you cast Snowgrave? You're actually unable to cast Snowgrave until you go into the Birdly fight. Once you are in the Birdly fight, though, you learn Snowgrave, and if there happens to be any enemies alive that you skip via some kind of glitch, you could go back and subjugate them, so to speak. A little bit of, you know, just a little bit of good stuff. Anyway, Noelle's HP will constantly drain with the Thorn Ring, but it's not like it matters because none of the enemies are actually ever going to get to like attack us, ever. Because, you know, but even if they did, I wouldn't get hit. I wouldn't get hit by enemies in this game because I'm an expert at bullet hells. I mean, I even know hit Supreme Calamitous from the Calamity mod for Terraria. I'm very good at bullet hells, guys. I would never get hit by enemies, and that would never happen. That's crazy. I'm gonna take a quick save here, just to, you know, just marathon saves. So there's a trick here we can do well, I'll just show you. Got it. If you push the switch and touch if you push the box and touch the switch on the same frame, it gives you movement back, and you can just peace on out, which is super useful, and skips that cutscene there. Saves about 10 seconds. I'm gonna grab the pink ribbon item, the best item in Deltarune, by the way. Literally insane. The pink ribbon expands your graze box. If you don't know what that is, so the little ring that appears around me when I'm grazing, it's much bigger now with the pink ribbon. And because grazing saves time on attacks, the pink ribbon not only saves us time by allowing us to graze attacks more and for longer, it also makes the game easier. So it's, it's a double whammy. It's insane. It's one of the best items in the game. Now, there is a strictly better version called the Twing Ribbon, which you can make after Chapter 2, but you don't get to use it on anything, so, like, who cares? It'll be super useful in Chapter 3, though. So now we need to get the ring. And Noelle is going to demonetize that guy off screen. I can't say the K word or else the YouTube VOD will really not like it.
Disapparate. Unmake.
Unmake, yeah. I'm going to quickly slap the pink ribbon onto Chris here. So remember all those encounters that we need to kill here? Oh, I said the word. Oops, sorry, YouTube. So it turns out because we already have the thorn ring, you can just ignore all of them. Yeah, completely optional. It's not required for the Snowgrave route. Since the only thing that checks for having exhausted the enemy encounter count is getting the thorn ring, but we already have it, so...
Fighting not necessary. Snowgrave route. Okay, notes updated. Thank you.
Gotcha. And I did reload there to get the wrong warp state back, and we're going to carry that through the next couple of rooms. Hopefully, maybe. This is something called Mouse 3 Skip, which doesn't matter nearly as much in this category as it used to in the old main route run. Oh my gosh. In the old main route run, it used to save like a minute, but here it saves like 10 seconds. I'm just doing it for super swag. And effectively, we don't have to solve this puzzle in this route. We can just, slowly proceed towards Noelle and force her back into the lightning until she breaks psychologically and casts an ice spell unconsciously. I never said that we were good people here. And just keep in mind, we're making Chris say and do all of this stuff through the soul. I didn't wrong warp. Whoops. Well, whatever.
Would you like to know what chat is making me say and do?
More donations?
I can do that. The Worst Elf sends in $250 and says, I can't wait for Spampton, my beloved. The Worst Elf also sends in $100 and says, okay, this is my last donation for this GDQ. I think you might read that in a Sans voice if you were so inclined. Thank you, Worst Elf.
So, it's time to make some frozen chicken. Proceed. What do you mean proceed? So, with the thorn ring in hand, we're going to get to 100 TP, and because we have N action, we are able to cast Snowgrave. If any of you Deltarune developers know why that's the case, please DM me on Twitter. I'd be fascinated to learn why Snowgrave has to have N action to be casted. Fine. You want to see what happens so bad? Watch what happens when I cast a spell I don't know. And Birdly, my friend, the only thing I have to say to you about all of this, Birdly, is that honestly, you should have teched it. I mean, it was dodgeable, man. Wobbling is completely balanced. It's okay to just make your opponent not be able to freeze the game, guys. It's totally balanced. You should have just not gotten grabbed, Birdly. And
I'm going to take your word on this one. I don't know the frame data, so I'm trusting you.
Now you just got punished and you're stuck in a block of ice for the rest of your life. There is something poetic about the character who looks like Falco Lombardi getting wobbled and turned into a block of ice. There's something very poetic about it. So anyway, doing the Snowgrave route unlocks this alternate pathway here. Where we are able to go to this this suspicious-looking cover here. And have you guys ever heard of Among Us? Anyway, we're going to take this, not a vent, it's a manhole, over to the mansion here, where Susie and Ralsei meet up with us and look at Chris and say, oh my god, you look terrible, what happened? And Chris doesn't explain because we don't let them, because we're terrible people.
Yeah, that's not at all suspicious.
I'm going to take a save here, again. Marathon. We're going to do a wrong warp here, maybe. Never mind. So if I open the menu in this room and close the menu, it makes mouse wheel move at half speed, because mouse wheel's speed is set on room load, but when you open the menu, it's set to the wrong speed. And I'm going to narrowly avoid touching any of these pippas here. So that's actually frame perfect. What I just did right there. Getting past that little row of pippas there is not only, it's pixel perfect, but it's actually sub-pixel perfect. because of the way Chris's running mechanics in this game work, oh, you can do the same thing on these Pippis that you do on the Swatchlings, by the way. It just breaks them. Anyway, because of the way the game's running mechanics work, you can get offset by 2 units when you achieve max speed. And because of that, you can actually get into a position where it is literally impossible to get through those Pippis without getting hit. Not that. I know my menuing. Yeah, I run this category all the time. What do you mean? But yeah, because of that, the specific setup I do to hit max speed there always guarantees that I at least have the right pixel alignment to get the skip, and then actually getting the skip is also frame perfect. Otherwise, you run into Pippis and lose 7 seconds. Very fun. And on top of that, if you miss the skip and run into the Pippis, you have a 1 in 100 chance of encountering Miss Pippis and getting absolutely humiliated. Just honestly destroyed. So
I don't know why, and at this point, I'm not going to ask questions.
So unlike the main route, lesbian skip is actually mandatory here. We can't ever watch what they do. The game doesn't give us an option to, so that's how you know this route is absolutely pure evil. I mean, can't believe it. Anyway, after a little bit of time passes, we'll all say we'll fall asleep. Got the cute little anime snore bubble. All right, and let's be on our way. I feel like there was supposed to be a boss in that room or something along those lines. Like, was there a boss fight there last time, or am I forgetting something?
I mean, I can go back and check the VOD, but that'd take time, and we're going fast.
True. So Queen here, her plan is a little bit shot because she doesn't actually have Noelle, as you see here. Because Noelle has wandered off after being traumatized by being forced to murder her childhood friend by an omniscient spirit possessing a remotely associated person with her. Family friendly. Yeah, this route, I mean, if you read the text and actually read it, the subtext of this route is incredibly dark. Like, it's really messed up stuff, and I can't wait to see more in the next couple of chapters. Keep it up, Toby.
If you've played Undertale, you know from dark subtext. And if you haven't, play Undertale.
Yeah, Undertale, pretty good game. Also speedrun Undertale.
Time for some donations?
We're about to encounter the Mr. Man himself, so.
No problem.
All right, we're going to take a safety save here. And it's time, everybody, for everybody's favorite salesman. 1997.
It was a good year.
So we haven't actually encountered Spampton at all, so there's really no reason for us to be mad at, or him to be mad at us. So we kind of had to fabricate a reason for him to be mad at us. So like, you got something?
Oh, I heard something about Spampton being into, well, some modern technologies, and I'm just imagining, Chris, you right-clicked my NFT. I paid over 2 million kroner for that. I sold my house for it. Chris, why do you think I live in a garbage can? And now we fight.
So after right-clicking Spampton's NFT, it's going to piss him off, and we're going to use the big shot exploit to piss him off even more. So if you don't know, if you hold down Enter and mash Z, it enrages Neo and allows you to shoot infinite charge shots. The enrage function makes him do significantly more damage and become very scary, and also changes this attack, except that I'm really good at the game, so it doesn't matter. Check out this grazing. Sick. Anyway, we're going to blow up the mouth on this attack and leave the other 2 alive so we can graze them. If we leave at least 2 of them alive, the patterns are still easy. Otherwise, the patterns become hard if they're the last one left. So here we're going to have to blast his hearts out of his heart. So I'm more just focused on not getting hit here. So here we need to get up to 50 TP. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh Lord. Okay, we're safe. So we need 50 TP, otherwise we won't be able to use cross slash again and finish him off. Oh, this fight is extremely scary because he literally kills you in 2 hits.
Yeah, if you've ever done this fight normally, you have your party, and Spamton isn't firing a million lasers at you at all times. It's a very different beast.
Yeah, he's a little bit spooky. I'm just glad I managed to get through without dying. Like I said, this fight is extremely punishing if you get hit. You do get a free heal if you press F1, but you can't do that during the middle of a turn. Otherwise, you get hit twice and you're done. Anyway, we're gonna call Noelle's name, and importantly, when you use the axe there, it will say that Chris calls for their allies, but when you call for Noelle, it says you do. This is a little thing in the game. It's called reading, something that a lot of Deltarune players don't do. Very important. Yeah, separating you and Chris there, definitely intentional. If you haven't gotten that yet.
You think there's time for me to do a little reading?
Oh yeah, sure, go for it.
Alrighty. Glitchy Queer sends in $50 and says, "Hey GDQ, big fan of speedrunning, big fan of the marathon, and a big fan of Shay. Let's hope that this run goes well, and in case of Snowgrave happening, I wish everyone a very nice Chris die." Thank you, Glitchy
we got
Queer.
it. Thank you.
Glad we could make that happen for you. Fixie Law sent in $25 and says, "Main route in Snowgrave may be cool, but what if the Joker could beatbox?" Anyways, good luck on the run, Shay. Super proud of you.
Thanks,
And Octahart sends in $10 and says, "Hey, Shay, good luck on the run, and I hope nothing but the best for your bagel-crushing recovery."
Hey, look, Birdley's dead. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Okay, cool. I wasted enough time. I delayed the schedule enough.
I think he's also just sleep. Well, never mind. I'll take your word on it. While we leg it back through town, $15 from Woofle D to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. "Hi, Shay. I've only been in your community for a few months, but I've loved every single moment I've spent in this community, and it's awesome to see you running such a great game at AGDQ. Thank you for all the laughs and great gaming."
Thanks, Wolfle.
And Helix13 donates $15 and says, "I helped route Deltarune Chapter 2 when it released. The new trick skips basically everything I found, and I couldn't be happier about it. Anyways, there's nobody better to showcase this game than Shay. Best of luck. I know you'll knock it out of the park."
Thanks, Helix. So remember this cutscene? I hope you guys liked it the first time, because it's even better the second time. It's like a good joke. It's like a John Mulaney skit. It gets better on the second watching. Let's see if we can mash a little bit faster here. Sometimes you go off to the right, and sometimes you go off to the left, and you can go off to the left so far that Chris ends up in the shower, and is really funny.
Well, while we're cleaning up and making sure our hygiene and hydration needs are taken care of in the bathroom, we've got a donation from Freezer Burning. It says, "Yes, that's my best friend. Go, bestie, go."
Thanks, Freezer. Thanks,
And
bestie.
$20 from Talia that says, "Hey, Shay, good luck on early DJs, the DJ fight, Mouse 1 skip, the Birdly fights, Mouse 3 skip, and Mansion Interact slide."
Mouse
Those
3
all
skip.
went perfectly right.
Mouse 3 skip, I don't know what you're talking about. What? Huh? What? Cut the VOD, cut the VOD. Got any more?
Absolutely. $150 from Ro, who says, "Everyone Deltarunes." That's right. Just this once. Everybody Deltarunes. Thank you, Ro. And $25 from Justin, who says, "Cutest chat, I humbly apologize for the misguided and completely baseless claims that you are Orb. After minutes of time looping, I've come to realize that you are an amazing lamp, and I'm truly sorry for my attitude over the last 7 twirls. I appreciate all the times that you've been pog bones for me, even though I wasn't coggers for you. Thank you, Spider-Man." Cave Johnson. Thank you, Justin.
It's not quite my tempo. I love all these J.K. Simmons things. These are great.
Sorry for dragging. I'll see if I can keep with you next time.
T-Tree, are you a rusher or are you a dragger? Or are you going to be on my time?
Your time?
So the
More
ending
as we
plays
finish
out
up?
the
Oh, you got
exact
it.
same
Take
as
the
last
floor.
time. Yeah. The ending plays out literally the exact same as main route. You know, the only really difference in Snowgrave's route in the light world is that there is an additional scene at the hospital, which if you haven't seen, you need to just see it for yourself. It's It's crazy and dark as heck. So as the run comes to a close here, I just want to thank Games Done Quick for what they do. These marathons are always incredible, and thank you for them for giving me this opportunity to play this game to almost cap off the marathon. And really, it's an incredibly special opportunity, and I'm very blessed and thankful to have been given this. And thank you for all the support, all you lovely, wonderful people, and all the donations that people have put forward to break $3 million. Absolutely incredible stuff.
$3,062,000.
Keep it coming up to break the record. And here comes time in just a moment. And time. I went to hit my life split, but I don't have life split. It's a force of habit.
Don't worry, we've got you taken care of on this end.
Yeah, thank you so
much for everything, Shay.
Of course.
Any last words?
I had a grand old time running this. I'm absolutely thrilled to have shown off this run. And this last year has been absolutely overwhelming in terms of support for me. I've gotten to meet one of the most amazing communities, both through my own community and also the speedrun community at large. Is one of the most incredible groups of people I've ever met in my entire life. The amount of positivity and encouragement and great things has outweighed negative experiences by such an incredible amount. I can't state enough just how wonderful this community is, what an incredible thing we have here, and how everybody should feel happy for themselves for being included in such a wonderful, great space where we help out everybody. So thank you, everybody. And what the heck? Let's break the donation record for GDQ, huh? That sounds pretty good, right, guys?
Thank you, Shay, for that amazing set of runs for Deltarune Chapter 2. I don't know about anybody else. I'm looking forward to however many more chapters they are. Toby can keep giving us chapters of Deltarune until the end of time, and I will keep playing them. Thank you also to chat for helping us raise $3,062,902.54 as of the time your ears hear my voice saying that for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, thanks to the donations of so many generous people like Calf, which I have to read that way because it has 3 exclamation points, who sends $50 and says, longtime watcher and donator, love this event and the help it brings. Donation goes to the anime nerd ending in MGS. Thank you, Calf. $50 from Saltykins, who says, squeezing one last donation into this amazing GDQ. So excited about the $3 million+ going toward fighting against the evil of cancer and all the more good going towards humanity in the future. Thank you so much to all the GDQ staff, runners, commentators, and fellow donators to keep doing good against evil. And $5,000 from Uranium Anchor, who says, Uranium Anchor here. As I'm writing this, we're about to finish up Portal 2, and it's looking pretty precarious for Deltarune. So tell me, future stream watchers, did we make it? I hope we make it. I don't want this to end. In all seriousness, I'm so glad that the momentum of these online events has been this high. I'm sad that we still can't see each other in person, but these events are a wonderful reminder of what we can continue to accomplish. These results have been amazing to watch this week, and I know it's only going to get better. Good luck to DLimes13 on Metal Gear, and I'll see you all in about 6 months, whether online or not. Stay comfy and game on. Thank you, Uranium Anchor. Game on. We're going to keep this thing going to the finish with Metal Gear Solid in just a minute. But first, a short presentation from our friends at the Yeti. Welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2022 Online. My name is T2. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to keep this hype train going just as long as we possibly can. I know you want to see every last millisecond of this marathon, and we are getting ready to give that to you after a short break for some Twitch. Be right back.